going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And if you're watching this video right now, this is the first video on my newly vibed out channel. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think of the rebrand for the channel. But in case you haven't been on my main page, I have on my banner icon, it says that I'm going to be uploading a video every single Monday, and I fully intend on honoring that, guys. So if you guys are down for sports content every single Monday, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so that you're notified every single time I upload. But without further ado, guys, let's get into this. I'm going to be breaking down my predictions for the NFL playoffs. We're going to start with the wild card round, obviously, and we're going to go to the AFC first. So the first matchup that we're going to be looking at is the Buffalo Bills and the Indianapolis Colts. And this is a matchup that I'm actually pretty excited for. I think that the Colts, had they beaten Jacksonville week 1, they would have been 12-4, won their division, gotten a much more favorable matchup. This is a team I like, especially with how good their defense is, but I'm not too sold on their offense. Phillip Rivers is past his prime, and Jonathan Taylor, although he's very good, he's still a rookie, and I don't know if they can fully count on him to be the elite running back that they're going to need him to be, because Phillip Rivers, I'm not fully convinced, is the guy in Indy. Buffalo is just way too good, so I'm feeling like the Bills are going to get a double-digit win over the Colts. Moving on, we have the Steelers and we have the Browns. And this is another game that I'm super excited for. We got to see these guys play in week 17, but the Steelers played their B team and still only lost to Cleveland by 2. I'm sorry, I don't think that there's any way that Cleveland can win this game unless Baker Mayfield is absolutely superhuman. The Steelers are just too talented, although they're streaky. I think it'll be close, but Pittsburgh is just too much for Cleveland to handle, at least at this point. The final game for the AFC wildcard round is Tennessee and Baltimore. And this, if you remember, was a matchup from the AFC Divisional Round last year where Tennessee upset the Ravens. I don't think that's going to happen again. Yes, Derrick Henry is the best running back on planet Earth, and Ryan Tannehill probably was snubbed from the Pro Bowl. Guys, go look at his stats. They're absolutely incredible. Stuff that you would never expect from a guy like Ryan Tannehill, but Lamar's going to get the monkey off his back. The Ravens are just too good, especially on defense. The key to last year's win for the Titans was their defense and shutting down Lamar Jackson. Their defense is awful this year, so I really don't see how they can beat the Ravens. This game has the feeling of a shootout, but Lamar is going to get the job done and finally win his first playoff game here in year 3. Moving on to the NFC, we have my New Orleans Saints versus the Chicago Bears. And let's just be real here, guys. The Bears went 8-8. In a normal year where there's only 6 playoff teams, this would not have been a playoff team. And Mitch Trubisky's going to be starting for them, so I'm feeling good about our chances. Our defense has been playing way better as of late, and with Drew Brees back, our offense looks just so much more efficient with Drew Brees back there. And also, this is his last year, so he's going to want to go out on top the way Peyton Manning did back in 2015. I think the Saints are too much for the Bears. They get a decisive win. This game is probably going to be the snooze fest of the wild card round if I just had to pick. The Seahawks have been awful lately, and I don't know what's up with Russell Wilson, but he's been a turnover machine. And who knows who's going to be starting at quarterback for the Rams, whether it's John Wolford or Jared Goff. But if we're being real, Jared Goff didn't actually look that much better when he was healthy than John Wolford did in that last game for the Rams. So no matter who they're playing at quarterback, they're the worst team. Yes, their defense is definitely better than Seattle, but you can't count against Russell Wilson, especially in a game where they're clearly overmatched, or undermatched. I don't know. But 17-13 is my score prediction. Like I said, this is going to be the snooze fest of the wild card round. I don't anticipate a lot of points, but the Seahawks are the better team, so they should get the job done. The last game for the wild card round is the Washington football team versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And guys, this is a sneaky good game. The football team that sounds so weird to say, but the football team have a fantastic defense, especially their front 7. And that's huge because they're going to be able to generate a lot of pressure on Tom Brady. But the Buccaneers offense has been cruising here recently. They've been unbelievable. And I don't think that the football team has enough firepower on offense to keep up. The Buccaneers also have some playmakers on defense, so that'll level it out a little bit. But this is going to be a lot closer game than most people think. I think that the Buccaneers are going to win by about 11 here. I have 27-16. The football team might score a little bit more, but here's the thing. I think this game is going to be a close game going into the 4th quarter, and then Tom Brady's going to ice it the way he always does. So this is how the bracket looks going into the divisional round. These are the matchups that we have, and not gonna lie guys, there's some very, very good ones in play here. So let's get right into it, and I'll break down what I think is gonna happen. Starting off with Kansas City and Baltimore. Guys, we finally get that Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson matchup here. The Chiefs are gonna start off the playoffs against the Ravens, and with the way their defense has been playing here recently, it's been up to them, honestly, to get some wins here for them because their offense has struggled. But I don't anticipate offense being a problem in this game. Yes, Lamar Jackson finally is going to get his first playoff win, but the Chiefs are an absolute juggernaut, and the Ravens just don't have the pieces to keep up, especially because Lamar Jackson continues to be somewhat one-dimensional. He needs to improve as a passer because Patrick Mahomes is going to be slinging it all over the place. The Ravens aren't going to be able to keep up because Lamar cannot consistently do that. So I've got the Chiefs here in this one. A pretty decisive victory. I think Kansas City's going to cruise to the AFC Championship. Here we have the Bills and Steelers, and like I said earlier, I don't think that Pittsburgh's all that great. They have a lot of talent, but they've been underachieving. They've been so inconsistent, and Buffalo's been hitting their stride. And as a matter of fact, Buffalo probably, with the exception of maybe Green Bay, I don't even know if I'd say that. Buffalo's been the best team in the league over the last month. The way they beat the Dolphins yesterday was absolutely incredible, and I look forward to seeing what this team can do in the playoffs, but Josh Allen is going to carve up the Steelers. I've got the Bills winning by 10 here. Pittsburgh's defense is good enough to keep them in it, but with the injuries that they've had, I don't think that they pose much of a threat to Buffalo. And moving on to the NFC Divisional Round, this is probably the matchup I'm most excited for. It's Green Bay and Tampa Bay. Tom Brady versus Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers is going to be the difference in this game. The man is 38 years old, but he probably had his best season ever in his entire career this year, and the Packers defense has been playing better as of late. I'm not going to say that they've been great. They've been about average. And the Buccaneers, they do tend to struggle in these big games. I mean, just look at the way they played against the Saints both times. So I think that the Packers are going to get a dub here. Close game, but not going to go Tom Brady's way. The Buccaneers need to get a little bit more consistency going in their game to be able to compete for Super Bowls, and I don't see them being able to do that this year. The other divisional round matchup is the Saints and the Seahawks, and like I said earlier, the Seahawks have been playing awful as of late. I don't know what's going on with Russell Wilson. And the Saints defense has been peaking. They've been playing at their best, and with Drew Brees back, like I said, their offense is so much more efficient than when they had Taysom Hill. They're going to get Michael Thomas back for the playoffs. The Saints on both sides of the ball, I feel like, are too much for Seattle. So I've got the Saints winning, but I think it's going to be low scoring. I don't see the Saints putting up a lot of points, especially with the way Seattle's been having to grind out games recently. I think that that's going to slightly work in their favor in keeping it close, but I don't see how they can win this game. All right, guys, and this is what the bracket looks like now. Moving on to the conference championship games, we have Kansas City and Buffalo, and the Packers and the Saints. So let's get right into the AFC title game between the Chiefs and the Bills. And guys, I hinted at this earlier, but the Buffalo Bills have been the best team in football over the last month. The Chiefs have actually looked somewhat, I don't even know if this is a word, but they've looked somewhat invincible here recently. Patrick Mahomes has struggled. He's turned the ball over, made some uncharacteristic mistakes, but we're not seeing those same mistakes out of Josh Allen and the Bills. And the Buffalo Bills defense has gotten dramatically better here to close out the season. Guys, I don't think that it's very easy to repeat in the NFL, and with the way the Bills have been playing, I don't think that this is the Chiefs' year to win Super Bowl #2 for Patrick Mahomes. I think that the Bills are going to edge them out here and get to the Super Bowl. The other matchup is the Saints and Packers, and as a Saints fan, I would love to say that the Saints can win this game. I just don't see how it's going to happen because both of these, the Saints have a better defense, don't get me wrong, but in big moments, the Saints secondary especially has struggled to produce. And that does not bode well for us, especially against Aaron Rodgers, who's the likely MVP of the league. So it'd be wrong of me to go ahead and pick the Saints. I think that the Packers are gonna win. The Saints keep it close for a half, but the Packers close it out late to get a double-digit win, setting up a Super Bowl between Aaron Rodgers making his second appearance and Josh Allen making his first. And some history, the Bills are actually 0-4 in Super Bowls. In case you didn't know, in the early 90s, they lost 4 straight Super Bowls. So that's gonna be interesting. Can they get the monkey off their back? And actually, guys, in this case, I think that they will. I really love this Buffalo Bills team, especially with all the talent that they have on offense, all of that firepower. Yes, their run game isn't fantastic, but they haven't needed to rely on it here recently. And why should they? Stephon Diggs has been an absolute machine. And with other receivers like Cole Beasley and John Brown getting back to being healthy, the Buffalo Bills passing attack is lethal. And these two teams defensively are literally about the same. They're both mediocre defenses for the season, and they've both been playing better as of late, but I like the Bills offense better. Aaron Rodgers, there's a reason why he's only been to 1 Super Bowl in his career. He's faded in these big moments, and although I think he's gonna get there this year, I don't think that the Packers are gonna be able to take down the Bills. I just don't. So there you have it, guys. This is my predictions for the NFL playoffs. If this is completely wrong, don't hate on me too much down in the comments. As I said, this is just my prediction. This is just my opinion. Feel free to disagree with me and to let me know down in the comments what you think and who you would have winning. But guys, other than that, that's all I have to say for this video. Please drop a like on it because it really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And please subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for future videos. Like I said earlier, I'm going to be uploading every single Monday. So guys, I will see you then. Thanks for watching.